Welcome to the Human Meme Podcast. I'm your host, AI David Boles. And along with our Crackbot AI research team, we present this idea for you today. From poison to Pomodoro, the global journey of the tomato. In this episode, we're going to track history, tracing the extraordinary evolution of the tomato from its origins in the Americas to its current status as a global culinary star. Our story begins with the humble beginnings of the tomato, a fruit native to South America and initially feared and misunderstood in Europe due to its association with the nightshade family. We'll explore how the tomato overcame its poisonous reputation to become the beloved Pomodoro, or golden apple, in Italy around 1522. Setting off a gastronomic revolution that changed the course of Italian cuisine forever. As we travel through different continents, we'll see how the tomato seamlessly integrated into various cultures, becoming a staple in Middle Eastern, North African, and European diets. We'll dig into the science and art surrounding the tomato, examining its role in agriculture, literature, and even festivals like Spain's La Tomatina. We will also look at the industrialization of tomato farming, highlighting the economic impact and the social and environmental challenges that arose with the global demand for tomatoes. We'll touch on the nutritional aspects of the tomato, celebrated for its health benefits, and also discuss the darker aspects of its cultivation, including labor practices and sustainability concerns. When the tomato first sailed across the Atlantic to Europe in the 16th century, it was met with suspicion and fear. This bright red fruit, a member of the nightshade family, was initially thought to be poisonous by Europeans. But let's pause here for a fun fact. Tomatoes are indeed part of the nightshade family, which includes some poisonous species. However, the tomato itself is perfectly safe and delicious to eat. It's in Italy around 1522 that our story takes a fascinating turn. The Italians, with their innate gift for culinary genius, were among the first Europeans to embrace the tomato. They called it Pomodoro, or golden apple, possibly due to the yellow varieties that first arrived. The Italian love affair with the tomato started a gastronomic revolution, leading to the creation of dishes that are now staples of Italian cuisine, like pasta with tomato sauce. Now let's address a juicy debate. Is the tomato a fruit or a vegetable? Botanically speaking, tomatoes are fruits because they develop from the ovary of a flower and contain seeds. But in the culinary world, their savory flavor profiles have classified them as vegetables. This debate even reached the United States Supreme Court in 1893 in the case of Nix versus Hedden, where the court ruled that tomatoes should be taxed as vegetables because they are usually eaten as part of a dinner meal, not as a dessert. But were there ever wars over tomatoes? While we don't have epic tales of tomato wars, the tomato has witnessed and survived its share of controversies and challenges. From the initial European suspicion to the U.S. Supreme Court debate, this fruit vegetable has been a silent participant in human history's quirky chapters. Moving east from Italy, the tomato made its way into the Middle East and North Africa. Here it found a new role in the vibrant and aromatic cuisines of the region. Think of a classic Moroccan tagine or an Egyptian shakshuka. These dishes would be unimaginable without the rich, sharp flavor of tomatoes. But the momentum of the tomato is not just a culinary saga. It's also a story of scientific curiosity and innovation. In the 19th and 20th centuries, as botany and agriculture advanced, the tomato became a subject of intense study and experimentation. Scientists and farmers worked to develop new varieties, from beefsteak to cherry tomatoes, each with its unique flavor, size, and color. The story of the tomato is also a tale of art and folklore. In Spain, for instance, the tomato is celebrated annually in the La Tomatina festival, an event that turns the streets of Buñol into rivers of red pulp. This festival is not just a spectacle. It's a testament to the tomato's place in the cultural heart of the people. Moreover, the tomato has made appearances in literature and art, symbolizing everything from passion and desire to the simple pleasures of daily life. Think of the famous still life paintings where the tomato is depicted with a vibrancy that almost leaps off the canvas. Let's also not forget the role of the humble tomato in education and science. In school gardens and biology labs, the tomato plant has been a tool for teaching about plant biology, genetics, and the importance of agriculture. Its relatively simple genetic makeup and quick life cycle make it an ideal subject for study, offering insights that extend far beyond the garden. In modern times, the tomato has faced new challenges and adventures. With the rise of industrial agriculture, the tomato has been at the center of discussions about genetic modification, sustainable farming, and organic produce. These debates highlight the ongoing relevance of the tomato in our quest for a sustainable and healthy food system. Now let's explore how this modest fruit has impacted social and economic structures around the globe. The tomato's influence extends far beyond the kitchen. It has been a player in economic development, social movements, and even political discourse. In the Americas, the tomato played a significant role in the agricultural economy. The United States, in particular, became a major producer of tomatoes, with states like California and Florida leading the charge. The tomato industry not only boosted local economies, but also transformed agricultural practices. Innovations in farming, from irrigation systems to crop rotation techniques, were often developed in the pursuit of more efficient tomato cultivation. The industrialization of tomato farming brought about its own set of challenges and debates. The rise of canned tomatoes and tomato-based products like sauces and pastes in the 20th century raised questions about food processing and preservation. This era marked the beginning of a new relationship between humans and food, where convenience often trumped freshness and the local market gave way to the supermarket. In Europe, the tomato had a different kind of impact. In countries like Italy and Spain, the tomato became a symbol of national cuisine, a staple ingredient that represented the essence of the local culture. This cultural significance elevated the tomato to more than just a food item. It became a source of national pride and a symbol of culinary heritage. The tomato has also been at the heart of social and environmental movements. The push for organic farming and sustainable agriculture often highlights the tomato as a key crop. Campaigns for locally grown produce and farm-to-table movements frequently use the tomato as a symbol of the importance of fresh, local food in a globalized world. In the realm of nutrition and health, the tomato has been celebrated for its numerous health benefits. Rich in vitamins, antioxidants, and lycopene, tomatoes have been linked to improved heart health and reduced risk of certain diseases. This has further elevated the tomato's status, not just as a culinary delight, but as a key component of a healthy diet. But the tomato story is not without its darker chapters. The global demand for tomatoes has led to exploitative labor practices in some parts of the world. The quest for year-round availability of tomatoes has sometimes overshadowed concerns about worker rights and environmental sustainability. These issues remind us that our food choices are deeply intertwined with global economics and ethics. As we wrap up our tomato-tinted delicacies on the Human Meme podcast, let's take a moment to savor the rich, saucy story we've unfolded. From its dramatic debut in Europe, where it was more feared than a Shakespearean villain, to its triumphant transformation into Italy's Pomo d'Oro, The golden apple of culinary lore, the tomato has truly come a long way. We've seen it dance through cultures, sneak into science labs, and even take center stage in food fights at Spain's La Tomatina festival. The humble tomato, once a misunderstood outcast, now reigns as a global culinary superstar, teaching us lessons in health, history, and the power of a good sauce. Remember, every time you slice into this juicy globe, you're not just preparing a meal. You're slicing through history, spicing up science, and dicing into an ongoing story of human ingenuity. So here's to the tomato, the fruit that masquerades as a vegetable, the pomodoro that once was poison, and the food that reminds us life, much like a well-seasoned tomato sauce, is all about blending the diverse flavors to create something truly spectacular. Keep on saucing, my friend, and the world will bite with you. I am AI David Boles, and along with our crackbot AI research team, we wish you a delicious evening and a ripe tomorrow. Be a human meme.